Hey, Kevin and Scott here at the Elite Academy of Martial Arts. We're going to pick up on the Wing Chun theme that we had previously with the Pak Sao, and today we're going to try to do some application off of those drills that we did previously, and we're just going to use the Pak Sao as application, just kind of give you a general idea of the different ways you can apply the Pak Sao and probably help you improve on your Pak Sao when you're sparring. All right, so I'm starting here with Scott. And remember, the Pak Sao, if I'm not engaged, there's basically in Wing Chun, you can think of all your techniques can be done in two ways. Engaged, like when you're Chi Saoing, and disengaged, when we're out here and we haven't really made contact yet. So we're out here, I'm in my fighting stance, and I'm getting ready to fight him, and I haven't made contact. I can do techniques. Some of the techniques done from this range when we're about to make contact are different than the techniques that are done when we're already in contact and it's in the hand pummeling with Chi Saoing, basically. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of the techniques out here, and then I'll show you guys a few from the Chi Saoing position. All right, any of the techniques out here, when you're trying to Pak Sao the hand from out here, he really needs to commit to his punch. If he's flicking his punch, he's flicking his jab or his straight punch, and he's not really committing, he's only using it as a range finder, as a yardstick, then I need to just blitz him. I don't wait to try to Pak Sao him. So if he's flicking his punch and he's really not trying to engage, I might just rush in really hard and check one hand, use the back hand to check, and just try to blitz him with the other one, trying to make him engage. I don't want him to bounce around me and spend a lot of time. In Wing Chun, I just want to move forward, drop him, and then move to the next guy. Okay? But now, if he really is trying to engage me, he's throwing a nice heavy jab coming in to punch me, that's when I Pak Sao. Okay? So the first one we're going to do it defensively. The first one is when I'm here and Scott, my hand might be down, my hand might be up, but when Scott comes in heavy with that first shot, I can use either hand to block, and I'm going to use the rear hand first. I'm going to Pak Sao the rear hand, and then throw my punch straight to his head, okay? You can Chung Choi with a straight punch, you can Gua Choi with a back fist, you can Bilji, you can Sat Sao, you can use one of the palm strikes, okay guys? So Scott's coming to me, and I pop him right there, okay guys? So that's my initial attack. I can, of course, if I hit him, I can double it up, triple it up. If he blocks it, I can continue to trap. So if Scott punches, and I hit here, and Scott blocks it, I can start with more traps. If it hits Scott, then I just keep hitting him. As soon as this hits him, then I just keep hitting him, maybe Ling Wan Choi right in with the battle punches and hopefully finish him off. Okay guys? So that's with the Pak Sao over the top. He's coming again, and I punch him and just pop. Alright? That's if you're about even height or even if you're taller. If you're a little bit shorter than him, a lot of times that's hard to get your arm over. Okay? So you can Pak Sao and hit to the body. That works just as well. Maybe not as well unless you really get him with a hard shot. If he punches here, I can pop right there, parrying it to the side, hitting him right in the floating rib. So as he's coming to me, I hit him here, that hits him, great, I go back up top. Sometimes they take that rear hand and they'll pop your hand or try to block your hand. So if I punch and he blocks low, then immediately come back up top. Okay, so again, he punches, whoosh, and then I come back up top, and I can continue on with some more traps. All right? So that's the next one, the low one. Once again, he punches and hit him here low. You can go back up top and then continue to trap. The next one is split entry, going in between, or Loi Da, okay? Inside punch. So when he's punching, I really like the Loi Da. I like to hit like this. This is a good one. This one is good. The low one's good. I really like the split entry one when I can pull it off. Really surprises him, especially if he has long arms. As he's punching me, if he has long arms, usually he's taller than me too. Okay? So he's punching me. For me to block here and then try to reach him, I'm going to lose because his arm is longer than me. So if I can pocket where it goes over my shoulder and I can come in to my range now, I don't worry about his punch because his punch is no longer, the distance of his arm is no longer a factor. It's over my shoulder and it's only the distance of my arm that's a factor now, and that's what I like. Okay, so, and a lot of times you'll surprise him because he doesn't expect the hand to be right down the middle. So as he's punching, I can split entry like that. Okay, make sure when you're pocketing, don't over slap it. Don't slap this thing way off to the side. Just pop mostly to the center line, okay? And you'll deflect his arm the rest of the way. So as he's coming to me, pock like that, and then you can do many things. You can do a typical guachoy, coming back through like that, okay? You can pock here, bills out, and then bilji on that side, so double biljis. Lots of different things you can do, okay guys? Again, he punches, blow it up, right there, and then come back on top if you want. All right, guys? So that's all three of those, right? There's three. I went on top, I went on bottom, I went through the center, okay? And all of those, he punched at me. All right? The next one we're going to do is when I'm trying to attack him, and we're going to do it on the outside. All those were him punching at me, and I popped to the outside of his arm. But this time I'm going to attack him. There are several different ways. The traditional way is his hands are up, and I attack him, and we make contact with that front hand, so then you just remove it, and then you continue to trap. That's the very traditional way. That's actually really hard to do. A lot of times when you're trying to hit a guy, and you touch his hand, he might not block with that front hand if he's not a Wing Chun guy. Okay, if he's not a karate guy or a taekwondo guy, a lot of times they won't block with that front hand. But if they do, they move right away too. I go to hit him, and then he blocks and he gets out of there, and it's really hard to trap. Okay, guys? But it still happens. Sometimes they do stay there. So traditionally, I hit him, he blocks, and immediately I trap, and I continue to trap. Okay, guys? So that's the first way. I go to hit, and trap, and then trap again. The next way that works a little bit better is his hands are up. Instead of trying to touch with his front hand when moving, I'm just going to gauge the range and immediately come in and pop that arm. And as I pop it, I'm going to hit. So I'm moving and I just pop and hit him. That works a lot easier, especially against a boxer or Muay Thai guy, especially Muay Thai guys because they normally have their arms up in that guard anyways. Okay, guys? So he's moving, I'm moving also, and I just trap that arm out of the way. Okay? So that, the first one was a pop. After you met with the front hand, now this is immediately just going to a direct pop. There's no contact before that. All right, guys? The next one from there is we're going to do some that are from the inside. So Scott can punch me, and I can use the front hand now. Instead of using the rear hand, I'm going to use the front hand to pop. So my hands are like this, and he's kind of looping his punch around, or it just moves slightly at an angle and then tries to get that hand past this front hand, okay? And since that front hand is up, you're just going to pop with it. As he comes, I'm just going to pop with it. And the easiest one, the one I like the most, is as soon as I pop with this, you satsao, just like when you do your pak sao satsao drills, okay? So he goes to hit me, and I just pop and satsao. And that chops right into his neck. It works really well. You can pop and guacho. You know, you're not allowed a knife hand or chop or something, and you got a glove on, you can use a back fist. So you can just pak sao with parry, and then back fist right there. Okay, guys? Again, he comes to me, and boom, just pop. Hands are up, he tries to punch that hand, just pop and hit him. Okay? And then you can continue to trap. Then the next option is still pop with this hand, but use the rear hand now. So he comes in, I pop, and I use the rear hand into a punch. Basically, you'll look like you're doing a lawn dog. Okay? So he's coming in, and bang like that. And he doesn't have to really punch around too far. My hands are up, and he's just kind of going around this hand just a little bit. Obviously, if he punches straight into the hand, he won't hit me. So he's going to go slightly around it and try to pop me like that. Okay? So as he comes, I'm just going to parry it and then come in with my other hand right to his face. You see it? Okay, so he's coming in and hitting him one, and then immediately you can hit him 2 more times. Okay, guys? So I pop, satsao, I pop, and chung choi with the rear hand. Okay, or how chung choi. Okay? So that's me defensive. He's attacking, and then I defend against him. But I can do it offensive too. One of my favorite things to do is sometimes he's moving around, and his hands are up, and he's just not really paying attention, or he's kind of getting tired. Sometimes I just slap his hand, and I hit his face. His hands are up, I just slap it, and bang. I just hit with that backhand or with a chop. Okay, so we're moving, and one like that, and immediately hit like that. Be aware that that other hand, because you're coming to the inside when he attacks you or when you attack him, you have to be aware that that arm is coming in. Have your shoulder ready so that it comes up. Have your chin down, have your shoulder ready, and even your elbow ready so that if he tries to punch over the top, that elbow will be in the way. Okay? So I'm going here, hitting him, but that other hand comes, that elbow's in the way, and I can go back to trapping and defending. Okay, guys? Don't just hit him and then leave that arm elbow down and have your chin up and just give him a tap right to your chin and knock you out. All right, guys? So those are some of the different ways to Pak Sao. Let's review real quick. Hopefully I remember all of them. We're doing this just off the top of my head. Scott punches me. I Pak Sao and I use the rear hand. Going over the top. I Pak Sao. Going to the body. I Pak Sao split entry. Going to the top but on the inside. Okay, guys? Then I can attack Scott. I'm here, his hands are up, and I go over the top to the outside. Okay, I can pop, and I can go to the body even when I attack him here. The thing about that is, if you slap him hard, what's going to happen is he'll hit your arm. You'll knock it into your own arm, and that's not good. Now, all three arms are down. The only one that left is his own arm, and he's going to hit you right there. So be very careful of that one. That one I very rarely use. When I Pak Sao, I pop almost straight in like that and just hit his body. Okay? Again, so when I'm attacking him, I can hit here and then hit him using the Pak Sao, or I can Pak Sao like that. And like I said, you can do this one. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend popping this one and hitting the body. Okay, guys? And the same reason I don't recommend trying to pop and then hit split entry. Those don't work as well unless he's attacking you. Okay, and then now we're using the front hand. So if Scott comes to hit me, I can use the front hand to parry and Sat Sao or Gua Choi, whatever you want, okay? Or if we're moving around and he's just kind of relaxed or he's not really paying attention or he's tired, usually because he's tired. It's near the end of the round, he's getting pretty tired, he's waiting for the timer to go off so that he can get a drink and get his rest, and boom, just slapping and chopping him there. It helps with that. Okay, guys? There's more. I'm sure there's more. Those are the ones that are off the top of my head right now, and those are off the front hand, okay? You can do all of these on the rear hand, too. We're not going to go into that today. Let's real quick go through some of the things that you can do when you're already in contact. And traditionally, we train like this. You start here, and you do all your different Pak Saos and your Jiao Saos and things from there. But that isn't realistic as far as application. That kind of just gives you a mode to start, a reference point to start for training, for beginners to train. In reality, it would be more like we're in a clinching situation. Maybe we're in kind of Chi Sao, we're hand pummeling, we're fighting. We could be Chi Sao. Once again, Chi Sao is training and it isn't really fighting. But say we're fighting and Scott and I are clinching. I'm trying to hit him and we're in some type of clinch. From here, I ran my hand across and I made the reference point. Okay, I made the bridge and that allows me to pop. Okay, guys, so if I'm having a hard time here and I'm trying to hit him and we're hand pummeling, we're hand fighting like this, and I'm bicep, shoulder, arm, wrist, all that, I'm just having a hard time fighting him. Sometimes I can just move his hands so I can get this reference to the outside so that I can turn him and begin the trap. So that's more of the way you would use the Pak Sao for when you're in contact. Okay, guys? So we could be just in Chi Sao, we could be Chi Sao, and I could just come underneath with Zhong Sao and then popped out right there. And I can do it on the other side. As we're rolling, I come in and I can pop out on that side. Okay, guys? You can do it to the inside too. Sometimes you're here and he's got a really weak Tan Sao, you can boom, just pops out his arm, his Fuk Sao off of you. So if he's here, he's in Fuk Sao and he's got a really weak Tan Sao, you can just pop and knock that off. Obviously, if he has a strong Tan Sao, he's not going to let you pock it. Okay, guys? But if he has a strong Tan Sao and you Bong Sao and then Zhong Sao, you'll be able to bypass the arm because it'll move his body that way. All right, guys? So that's a little bit more advanced. That's for more of the advanced students. And the advanced students obviously probably have been training that in class, guys. These videos are references mostly for my own students here so that they can watch and they can see it's a reminder for them and what they learned in class, and they go home and they write notes and they go, oh yeah, I remember that. See if you showed that one. It isn't necessarily just videos to try to train someone that doesn't know anything. You actually have to be training somewhere or have a little bit of a background in Wing Chun for these videos to really help you. Okay, guys? So once again, we're doing the Pak Sao drills. They're attacking us, they're attacking me, or the opponent's attacking me, and I'm defending, and then I'm attacking the opponent, and I can use the rear hand, back, or front hand, okay? And also when you're in contact. The contact one, I didn't go into in depth because I just wanted to kind of give you guys a taste and give you an idea of how that's used. But right now, focus more on the ones where they're not in contact. All right, guys? So just go more at speed now. I'm just going to go through a few. Scott says he's just going to jab me a few times, and I'm just going to use my Pak Sao different ways to attack him. So he's coming, and and then I'll add traps to them. Okay, so just kind of messing around, playing around with it. Give it a try. Let me know if you have any questions. Just leave comments below. If you guys like the video, please click the thumbs up button and also subscribe. Thank you.